Right now I kind of feel like I look like Professor McGonagall with its like cape and hat on. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another Jesus related video. If you guys really like these, let me know. Leave some comments down below of other Jesus or whatever kind of videos you'd like to see and I'll be glad to do them. But today we're going to talk about people who either are new Christians who just became Christians, or if you are in your faith but you're not in your faith, like you want to get your faith reignited, all that kind of stuff. So these are just going to be a few quick tips that I have for you guys, or just some things that I think a lot about when I'm in like my reigniting with Jesus moment. So I think the first thing is obviously reading your Bible, which I know is a lot of, like, people are always like, oh, it's so easy to say to read your Bible, but honestly, set aside some time to read your Bible. So I have this Bible and it is absolutely amazing. My parents got me this for my 18th birthday. This is a study Bible. So what's the difference between a just an average Bible and a study Bible is, with the study Bible, when each book opens, there is a history background. So it talks about the historical references in the book, but also who's writing the book, why were they writing the book, who are they writing it to, who are the key people, the key places, and then it just gives you like a quick background. There's all these different kinds of maps in here. I absolutely love this. It's great. It will give you, if there are words or translations in here that are different, it'll give you a reference point on where it's from and things like that. So a lot of people always message me and say, what kind of Bible should I get? What kind of translation should I get? Because there are so many different kinds. So I usually stick with NLT. My last two Bibles have all been NLT Bibles, and I think that's the easiest to understand. It's the New Living Translation. Now, a lot of churches, a lot of places will use NIV, which is the New International Version. And I think what would be good, if before you buy your Bible, you can go online. I'm going to leave a link down below to Bible Gateway. You can look up verses, read tons of chapters. You can read the entire Bible. They have all the translations on there. So you can find any translation that you could possibly want to figure out, hey, I really like this compared to this one, or I don't like this compared to this one. If you're a new Christian, I would suggest that you kind of steer clear of King James Version. I usually steer clear of King James Version because with the way that it's written, it's beautiful the way it's written, but it can be kind of hard sometimes to decipher exactly what's going on. NLT is great. Also, the Message is great if you're new to trying to find a Bible. The Message essentially doesn't really have chapters and verses. It kind of just goes as a whole. The whole like Bible just continues on. Like it'll break up into parts, but it'll all be written as kind of a story. It's really nice. It's good if you have a hard time reading the Bible. It's a super simple translation. And then let's talk about getting into the Bible. So if you have never read the Bible before in your life, or if you want to start all over again, usually the #1 place people will tell you to start is in John, because John's an incredibly easy written book. It's one of the 4 Gospels. It basically outlines the entire life of Jesus Christ and just essentially like his birth to his death to all that kind of stuff. So it kind of covers the bulk of the Christianity faith, and it's a great place to start. Again, if you're new or if you just want to like take notes again, you're always welcome to do that. One of my other favorite books, I really like reading Psalms. Psalms is a great book. It was written by David, and it is kind of just a love poem from David to God. And you know, there are definitely some times when we see David struggling and things like that, but it's a great book to read as well. But you know, again, if you want to get the bulk of where everything starts, John is a great place to start. So for me, the way that I really read my Bible is through a devotion book. So I have one here that I absolutely love. So if you cannot afford a devotion book, not a problem. There is a website called She Reads Truth that I absolutely love. They have an app as well. You basically sign up your email and they will send you a new devotion every day, or if they forget to send it to you, because sometimes I don't always get them to my email, you can go on their website and they're always posted on there. Right now they're doing Daniel. So this is my favorite devotion book if I'm not using She Reads Truth. So this is Paul David Tripp's New Morning Mercies. So essentially he will give you the date for each day of when you're doing it, and then underneath that he will have like a tweetable phrase that fits into a Twitter tweet. That's how he wanted to organize it, and then below that he kind of expounds on it, and then at the bottom he usually will give you about a chapter to read. So that's a great way if you've never read the Bible, if you don't even know where to start. Some of his are, this is very light, so for people who have a hard time with the theology at first, because I can have a problem with theology too. Sometimes it's very deep and like it's hard to get into, so this is a great place to start as well. So if you're somebody who's kind of getting into the faith but you're kind of skeptical and you're having a hard time accepting everything, you can read this book. This is a great book. It's Lee Strobel's The Case for Christ. I think I read the teen version of this a long time ago. There's like a teen version, there's a kid version, there's all different kinds. Essentially, Lee Strobel was an atheist and he converted to Christianity, and he kind of makes a case for Jesus and just talks about his journey to finding Jesus and how he realized that this was the way he wanted to live and things like that. So it's a good book. I read, like I said, read the teen version. I'm gonna want to say I have a Christian playlist if you're not sure where to start with Christian music, because that can be kind of crazy too. Everybody always thinks that all Christian music is gospel music, and if that's totally your thing, go for it, but not all Christian music is gospel music. We have like rappers, we have alternative Christian music, we have indie Christian music. There's all different kinds. I have a playlist kind of expounding on a ton of different types all in one. So I'll leave that down below if you guys want to check it out, or if you want more music recommendations. If you just leave a couple bands that you like down below, I can give you kind of a ballpark of something I think you might like. So yeah, those are just some tips. If you guys want to see more videos on Christianity, or if you want to do like a Q&A with Christianity, or you want to hear my testimony, you can always leave any of those ideas down below. I'm happy to do them or hear about them. So yeah, I hope this helped you. If you did, click that subscribe button so you can get my videos sent to you. Also, a lot of people have been telling me they've been having a problem seeing me in their subscription box. There is, on the mobile app, there is a little bell next to my subscribe button. If you click that, that will give you notifications every time I upload. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back here later.